Well, hello there, Scouters Mountain students, families, community members. Thanks once again, as always, for tuning in to the morning messages. We do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning right here on Mr. Long's website. You can find them on the Scouters Mountain website. Welcome to Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. We're exactly halfway through the week. Some of you may have been waiting for these throughout the day. Mr. Long got to them a little bit later today on Wednesday. It is sunny outside, nice weather. Hopefully you finished with your distance learning for the day and have been waiting for these. Maybe you got some fresh air outside. What do we need to know today, Mr. Long? Well, the Lunar New Year celebration continues this week. Remember, we took a good look at that last week during the morning messages. All the families who are celebrating Lunar New Year, lots of them are continuing to celebrate it this week. That traditionally lasts about 2 weeks. It started on February 12th. That means it goes through about the 26th or so. So we're still going on Lunar New Year. So happy Lunar New Year to all of our families who are celebrating that special holiday. Hopefully you have lots of good luck in the upcoming year. The Year of the Ox. Can't wait to hear more about that. February, of course, is also Black History Month. We're continuing our study of that. Mr. Long shows you a picture of a famous person in Black history and in American history. You show me what you've learned about that person each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. You've been doing such a great job with different slides or photos or videos, or some of you have just written things and sent them to me. Super job. We'll see how you did on this week's picture as well for today. And not one, but two assemblies this week. Tomorrow is one, and Friday. Let's find out a little bit more about those. Tomorrow is an American Heart Association assembly. Now, Mr. Long has sent home a Zoom link. We don't use Zoom very often as part of our distance learning, but the American Heart Association sent us a Zoom link. I've sent that home to your families. You can log in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's our Zoom assembly on Thursday to kick off an American Heart Association, kind of a pledge drive that we're doing to help raise money for research to help people who maybe suffer from heart disease or have suffered from heart disease. You can gather pledges, and maybe you can see Mr. Long and Mr. Harrison get slimed right on your computer. Well, not actually on your computer. You see that on the screen. But that's coming if we can gather enough pledges and meet our school goal. Then on Friday is our basic Friday Howl assemblies that we have at the end of every month. It's the end of February. It's also a spirit day. It's grade level color day. What in the world does grade level color day? How does that work, Mr. Long? Well, I'll show you. That means every grade level has their own color that we're hoping they'll wear. So everyone in kindergarten will wear blue. First grade will wear green. You can wear your Scouter shirt. That makes it easy. Second graders will wear yellow. Third graders, orange. Fourth graders will wear purple. And fifth graders, you get red. So third grade, we know you have two teachers that enjoy the Oregon State Beavers, so they'll be wearing their orange. Fourth graders, I know Mr. Bird's class has purple shirt Wednesday. I guess maybe your shirt might smell a little bit, but you can wear it again on Friday for Purple Shirt Friday. Second graders, I know you can come up with yellow, and fifth graders can do red. Kindergartners will be in blue. Can't wait to see what we come up with. I've asked teachers to snap a screenshot of all of you in the same colored shirt. That'll be fun to see. Remember, just clothes. You don't have to wear blue hair, kindergartners. In first grade, I don't want to see any green hair. But we'll love to see what you come up with. Looking forward to that. We're not painting faces, just shirts. Looking forward to seeing that. And, of course, our Friday Howl assemblies are on Friday. Some of you may be earning a Mountain Dew award, maybe another one for the year. Some of you have earned some already. K1, you'll come at 12:30. Second and third graders, you're at 1:15. And then fourth and fifth graders, you are at 2 o'clock. If you have any questions about tomorrow's assembly or Friday's assembly, you can always email Mr. Long. You know where to get a hold of me. It's right there, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. Who has been celebrating a birthday this week? Well, we had several on Monday. There we are, Caroline and Juniper on Monday, then Sullivan on Tuesday. Happy birthday to all three of them who have already celebrated their birthday this week. And then on Sunday, we have three. Caden Bailey's on Sunday, Clayton's on Sunday, and Judy's on Sunday as well. The last day of February. They just missed being leap year babies. They could have been born on February 29th, which only happens every 4 years. So they just missed that. So happy birthday to Caroline, Juniper, Sullivan, Caden, Clayton, and Judy. Happy birthday to all of you. Hope you all have a great birthday. Check your mailbox. By now, you should have gotten something in the mail. A little note from Mr. Long and a special prize. Hopefully you got that in the mail and we're able to open that up. All right. Our daily challenge, which we do on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually it changes, except in February it hasn't changed because we've been celebrating Black History Month this entire month, and we'll continue through this week. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I show you a picture of a famous Black American or famous person in Black history. You come and find out what's so important about that person. And you guys have done such a wonderful job sending me slides and videos and photos and written work that you've done to find out more about that person. Here is our person for today. Did you find out who this person was? There she is. It looks like speaking to a group of people. Who is this person and why is she so important in American history and in Black history? Well, as we found out, that is Shirley Chisholm. What makes Shirley Chisholm so important in Black history and in American history? And some of you came up with some great ideas and put them into presentations. Look at Kate Jansen from 5th grade did this great slide to teach us about Shirley Chisholm. And it says there that she was trained as a school teacher. She did 2 terms in the New York State Legislature. She had an outspoken personality, and she was referred to as Fighting Shirley. I like Fighting Shirley. There she is. There's a picture there on the right in Washington, D.C. She was the first African-American congresswoman elected in 1968. So she was the first Black person in Congress, which I think is pretty cool. Kate gives us lots more details down here about her life. And Shirley sponsored increases in federal funding to extend the hours of daycare. So that's asking the United States government to help pay for longer hours of daycare facilities and to make sure that families get enough money to survive, a minimum annual income for families. And she was a primary backer of a national school lunch bill. So for those of you who like to eat school lunches, you can thank Fighting Shirley for that. She made sure that the United States government helps pay for those school lunches so everyone at school can get lunch when they're here in person. Maybe someday we'll be back here in person, maybe soon, hopefully. We'll find out more about that as the year goes on. Nikhil also, he's from 5th grade, Mr. Cook and Mrs. Grimm's room. He submitted this. He says Shirley Chisholm was an American politician, author, and teacher. In 1946, she started working at a child care center as an assistant teacher. In 1953, she began doing politics. In 1964, she got elected to be a member of the New York State Assembly and stayed there until 1968. And in 1968, she ran for the U.S. House of Representatives and won. She was assigned to the House Agriculture Committee. In 1971, she joined the Congressional Black Caucus as one of the founders. And later that year, she founded the National Women's Political Caucus. In 1977, she was elected to the Secretary of the House Democratic Caucus and was at that spot until 1981. And it says here also, I skipped it, I didn't mean to. In 1977, she was elected to the Secretary of the House Democratic Caucus, and it was in that spot till 1981. That's the spot I read. I wanted to read this part. In 1972, she campaigned for president, but didn't quite get enough followers. So she was running for president in 1972. She died on January 1st, 2005. Fighting Shirley. Great job by both Kate and Nikhil for getting information about Fighting Shirley Chisholm and all the things that she did as an important member of American history and of Black history, of course. So who is the next person we'll be celebrating as we continue to celebrate Black history? Well, who's that guy? Now, look at that. He's got a super soaker in his hand. Now, I know lots of you probably have those at home or have had them before. Did you ever think about who invented the super soaker? Who was it that thought of this cool device that you could soak everybody with just one pull of the trigger? Who invented that? Well, that is what we're going to study up until Friday. I want to see your answers for this one. Who is this person and why is he important as we continue our study of Black History Month? Who is that person and why is he important? Well, that is Lonnie Johnson. And what makes him important? He actually invented the super soaker, but that's not all he's done. Can't wait to see what you come up with as we continue to celebrate Black History Month. There we go right there. Now, also wanted to show you, this is Charlie Dunn, one of our students in 5th grade as we continue to study Black History Month. He submitted this writing to me and wanted to tell us about his grandparents. Both of his great-grandfathers were very important in Black history. We have some famous people related to one of our coyotes here. Let me read what Charlie submitted to me. It says, hey guys and girls, today I'll be talking about my own Black history. Both of my great-grandfathers were very important to Black history. One of them was a Pullman porter, and his name was George Miller. George Miller was my great-grandfather. You are probably wondering what a Pullman porter is. Pullman porters were former enslaved men that were hired to work on the trains. A Pullman porter's job was to help with luggage and help the passengers on the train with anything they need. They helped pave the way for the black middle class. Being a Pullman porter helped get former enslaved people out of the South. My great-grandfather came from Texas to California. He was also the first black man to be hired by the gas company in California. But that's only one of Charlie's great-grandfathers. Check out his other great-grandfather that he sent in some information about. It says, my other great-grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman. You can look that up. His name was Charles Wesley Dunn. Guess what? His name is Charles, too. And it says he was the first Charles in our family. I'm the fourth. Tuskegee Airmen were a group of black pilots in World War II. People used to think that black people weren't smart enough for the job, so it was a big deal to have black pilots. He wanted to become a pilot, but his vision was not good enough. Instead, he trained to be a navigator bomb aimer. The bomb aimer would take control of the aircraft when it was on its bombing run, laying flat in the nose of the aircraft. He would direct the pilot until the bombs were released. He then went on to be an instructor at the Tuskegee University. My grandfather, who was a captain in the Air Force, survived World War II. This is important to me because this is a really big deal to my history, and it makes me feel proud. And it also makes me feel like I can do anything I set my mind to. Charlie the fourth, thank you for sending that in. That is great to know that we have a student in our school, and he has a little brother too, Isaac. They have great-grandfathers who were Pullman porters and part of the Tuskegee Airmen. And that is a famous group of World War II fighters. You might want to look them up if you get a chance. Look up the Tuskegee Airmen, and we have someone who is related to one right there. So thank you, Charlie, for sending that in. Great to hear from you. He just sent in, he emailed that to me, and then we put it on a slide here for the morning messages. All right, let's get on to our daily contest every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's where in Happy Valley did Mr. Long take this photo, or as a lot of you are figuring out, it's where in Happy Valley did Mr. Long Google this photo, but not this one. This one was actually taken, and I thought this would stump you. No way are you going to figure out during that snow and ice storm, where is that? And I gave you some hints. I said you have to go up this hill or down this hill, but you have to go up this hill basically to get to one of our Scouters Mountain neighborhoods. Could you tell where that was? And sure enough, we had a couple of students solving. Look at this. There's Kate Jansen. There's the road, completely clear. No ice on it at all, but that's the exact same spot. Did Kate go and take that picture herself? She might have. Looks like maybe she looked it up on Google Maps, but that's it. 150-second drive. There it is, clear. There it is, snowed over. Look at that. Great job by Kate to figure that out. That must have taken some quick thinking on her part. It was at 150-second drive. Very good, Kate. And then Nikhil sent this in as well. He says that photo was taken at 152nd Avenue. You are exactly right. I am still amazed that Kate got that from this. Great job, Kate, who figured that out right there on 152nd Avenue. And there's Nikhil's answer as well. So who figured it out? Well, we know that Kate did and Nikhil did. Congratulations to both of them from Mr. Cook and Mrs. Grimm's classroom in 5th grade. So where is our next photo? All right, this one, maybe not as much of a stumper. In fact, I bet some of you have been to this place in the Clackamas Town Center. That's as much hint as I'm going to give you. But where is that photo taken? Some of you may have been there before for either a meal or for a party of some kind. Where is that? Lots of video games in that place. Where was that taken? If you know, you can send in your answer right here to longcitnclack.k12.or.us. Maybe you even have a picture of yourself attending a party there or playing some of those video games. Maybe even a video. Who knows? Always love getting information from you. You can send them right there to my email address, and I promise we'll get you on the morning messages, and I will write back to you as well. All right, as we always do, it's time to wrap up today's show with our joke of the day. And today's joke, well, because I'm not getting any from students, I need you to send in more. Those usually come in waves. I get a whole bunch of student responses, then I don't have any for a while. And right now I'm in one of those lulls where I don't have any from students. I need some more jokes, kids. 4th and 5th graders, I know you tell them in your classroom, and you don't send them to me for the morning messages. Kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I know I can count on you. Send me some more jokes. So I had to rely on this goofball, Zero the Hero. And for those of you in kindergarten or 1st grade, you know who that is. He is this menace to society right there, who every 10 days shows up at our school and bothers the kindergarten classrooms and has them counting by tens. That guy drives me bonkers. And someday I'm going to catch him. He showed up last year to our parade, and I couldn't catch him there. He usually comes into the building and swipes my computer and logs into the kindergarten classrooms to bother them. So Zero submitted a joke, and what did Zero the Hero say? Well, of course, it's a number one for Zero the Hero. Why didn't the 2 4s feel like eating dinner? Well, I don't know, Zero. Why didn't the 2 4s feel like eating dinner? I thought you only dealt with zeros. Why didn't the 2 4s feel like eating dinner? Anybody know that one? Well, let's see, Zero. What's the answer? Because they already ate. Very funny, Zero. Because they already ate. I get it. 2 4s, 4 and 4. That makes 8. They already ate. Good job, Zero the Hero. But hopefully I have some student jokes to put in next. If you have a joke of the day, make sure you email it. Or better yet, send a video of you telling it to Mr. Long so I don't have to use Zero the Hero's jokes because his aren't as funny as yours are. So send them in to me. There's the email address right there, longc@nclac.k12.or.us. All right, have a great day today as we end this Wednesday. Hopefully you've done lots of distance learning already. You've done your asynchronous activities. You're enjoying the sunny weather we have outside. It's a little chilly still, but still you're enjoying this nice weather on Wednesday, February 24th. Let's see what you come up with about Lonnie Johnson, the inventor of the Super Soaker. Can you tell where that photo was taken? Anything else you want to share with me, send it to me by Friday. Remember, assembly tomorrow, Friday Howl Assembly on Friday, along with our school color day, grade level color day. Lots of things going on this week and plenty more next week. I'll send out a reminder about that. Until then, we'll see you right back here for the morning messages on Friday.